Sending data. We're live on Twitch. What's up, Twitch? And we're live on YouTube. Always in second. They really got to fix something over there. It's a little slow. If you're watching on YouTube currently, it is you'll get faster response times from people on stream on the Twitch side of things, because on YouTube you're getting like a solid 10-15 second delay. Just a pro tip for everybody currently watching live. Otherwise, I say we have like 3 or 4 minutes before people start coming in. Fuck it, let's do small talk before the actual intro. How's everybody's week, or however long it's been since the last time I saw you?
It's been really good. I've been having a great fucking time in December. I got engaged.
Congratulations!
Yeah. She proposed to me. Here's
yeah.
the ring to prove it.
Oh,
Why
so
middle
romantic.
finger?
So it doesn't fit on this one, and she got a size too big, which is perfect because the actual ring gets to go on this one now. But yeah. So you're ladies and gents, I am officially off the field. Please find a loved one to console you through the night. But this guy's taken.
Any viewers that were just coming in heard that news and got so depressed that they closed stream. So
yeah, there you go.
Fucking congrats, dude. I've heard this news already, but like publicly. Fucking congrats.
Several times.
So
I think
I
feel like I told you like 3 times. So
you did. And I was
absolutely.
just as happy for you every time.
How about everybody else?
I don't know. This has been like a really long week.
Yeah,
My
dude,
sense of
I
time's
feel
super
it.
off though because of the New Year's and everything.
Yeah, fair enough. It feels simultaneously super long and also like maybe like 3 seconds long. It's fucking crazy. Peregrine, how about you?
I've been good. I'm not engaged.
So not that good.
I feel like I'm gonna lose this. Yeah. I did get COVID though, so pretty much
I'm so
just
sorry.
as exciting. Nah, it's all right. This is like the 4th time I've had COVID, so at this point it's like, all right, we know the routine. Shut it down.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn.
How are you feeling? I mean, you sound okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I tested positive Christmas morning, and then I stayed in bed and hermited for a little bit, and now I'm doing okay.
Nice.
Right.
Well, hell yeah.
It's good to see all of you.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're
I'm glad
feeling
you're
better.
doing better.
Yeah. We bounce back. As soon as stream ends, I'm just gonna like hack into a handkerchief. And
That's okay.
lay
If
in
you
bed.
do it on stream, that's just content. Make people worry about you a little bit, you know?
The sympathy views. That's what
Exactly.
we really want.
That's exactly what we want. All right. Let's hit that fucking intro, I guess. Hi, welcome to Fresh Rolls, a weekly tabletop RPG podcast streamed live on twitch.tv and youtube.com every Sunday night. My name is Preoccupied. I will not be your DM today. I will be your handler. This is not D&D for like I think the second. We've only done Wanderhome is the only other non-D&D system we've done, right?
Yes, and I promise you all we're getting back to it at some point.
I
promise.
can't wait. No rush, but I can't wait.
Well, in that case, then then we're definitely taking a hike. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
We'll get to it at some point.
Yeah, no,
a little bit of positive pressure. Good.
Yeah.
My lies are working. I'm joking. We're gonna see how that band of misses is doing. But yes, we're playing something else, Matt. Sorry for taking us off on a tangent. What are we playing today?
All good. We are playing Delta Green. Think Call of Cthulhu, but modern day. Just to give everybody viewing and everybody in call an idea of what Delta Green is. Delta Green, as an entity, not as a game, is a multinational organization working with the governments of just about every country in the world to hold off Lovecraftian horrors from ending the world and keeping everybody as oblivious about it as possible. To do that, they kind of just abduct regular people or like recruit regular people in very sly ways. And make them do their dirty work. Sometimes that's cleaning up after a horror has gone through and killed a bunch of people. Sometimes that's making sure. Sometimes that's assassinating other agents who have gone rogue. Sometimes that's investigating an event that could be Lovecraftian, could be alien. Who knows? In this universe, at least in my slight homebrewing of it, Men in Black is also a thing. They're a branch of Delta Green. So there's a chance you might deal with aliens. We'll see. For this mini campaign, we are going... I previously had something written and then realized it sucked. So I'm workshopping that. We have pushed that off to the side. That's going to be after Time of Blood Season 2. For this one, we're going to be showcasing some of the best homebrewed one-shots of Delta Green that Felix actually could find on the internet. Felix sent me the link to all of these really cool one-shots that have won a contest that are just like, they're so fucking well written, so fucking good. And we are going to showcase these people, and we are going to give them their flowers for writing something just incredible, honestly. And we're gonna have a good time getting mentally fucked up. How does it sound to you guys?
Sounds good.
It sounds really,
Fuck
really
yeah.
good. Can
Yeah.
I read something that I love to read to people when they first start playing Delta Green?
Fuck yeah. Please.
It is so this is this is an updated agent's dossier on the Delta Green website. And the article is titled "What?" Yeah, I'll send it in the chat right now. The article is called "What is Delta Green?" And it says, "I suppose I could wax poetic. Like if the intelligence community was a family, Delta Green would be the uncle nobody talks about. Or more accurately, being in Delta Green is like being on a garbage scow that's sinking, and all around the water's on fire." Got that one from Tom Waits. After a few Delta Green ops, you'll start to feel like a Tom Waits tune. Except when I dream, I'm never innocent.
Damn. Fun fact for you. On the playlist I've created for this, there's like a lot of dissonance between the music and what's actually happening. Except for I did add a lot of Tom Waits. I have read this document before. I had to add him. So he's in on it. And that song is in on the playlist.
Tom Waits is a friendly. I love that.
Tom Waits is a friendly. Tom Waits, I can give you this spoiler because it's fun. I have made Tom Waits an agent. He's a retired agent, but he's an agent.
we should reach out. He's still alive, right? We should reach out to him.
I think
see if he wants to play with a bunch of nobodies like us. Yeah, I'm sure he'd be into it.
You know what? Fuck it. Hold on. Is Tom Waits alive?
Y'all, I had to Google Tom Waits. I'm not gonna lie.
That's super fair,
I
honestly.
feel like
Very underground. He is still alive. How old is he? He was born in 49.
Like,
Somebody do the
He's
math
75.
on that. 75.
Yeah, we can get him on.
I'm
Right
shitting
now,
you not.
tonight.
Reach out to him.
While we were working
Twitter.
on character sheets, I'm gonna find a way to contact Tom Waits and ask him if he wants to play Delta Green with us.
Yeah, make sure you include the article as well and be like, hey, we thought that this is an amazing reference to one of your songs.
I'm not going to do that because if he ends up not being cool, I think he's probably cool based off of his music. If he ends up not being cool, then he takes down that website. So copyright law sucks. That is an official stance of the Fresh Rolls podcast. So, let's get started and delve into this system just a little bit, if everybody's ready.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Okay, so if everybody's got the PDF open, we're just gonna go straight to, I gotta figure out a better way to do this. Hold on. I'm going to pop out the call so that I can have that in a separate window than the
Ooh.
PDF so we can do both things. How do I do that again? I don't remember. Do I chat help? Okay, I'm gonna figure that out here in a moment. First, we're gonna pull up the PDF just so we can keep things moving along. Thank you for posting that link, Felix. Much appreciated. I'm gonna pull open that PDF. There it is. We're gonna go to page 16, creating an agent. Let me know when
Okay.
everybody is there.
I have it.
Hell yeah. Everybody there?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I'm there now.
Hell yeah. Roman, how about you?
Sweet.
Good? Okay,
I'm
cool.
there.
Hell yeah. Sorry, I didn't
I'm in-
realize you were muted.
I'm
I
in.
had the PDF in front of everybody's beautiful faces. I'm gonna... Oh, I found the pop-out thing. I had to take it out of full screen. Fuck yeah. Okay, so I can have the PDF open and everybody's faces. Let's go.
We love to see it.
Oh my god, I love figuring things out. Feel like a genius.
You are a
Okay.
genius.
Oh, thank you. Don't fill my head with
I just
hot
don't want to
air.
die. I really want you to not kill my character.
I'm sorry. Flattery will get you everywhere with me in D&D.
Really?
In Delta Green, I don't have a choice.
Remember on me.
Right. And in Delta Green, Matt only takes check or cash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me to modify the game if you want to survive this. So first thing you want to do when creating a character is choosing a profession. Those are all located downward in this PDF. We'll go through them here in just a moment. But the professions will give you like bonuses to stuff, and they'll give you like some extra abilities that other professions don't have. Unfortunately, it's not like D&D. You cannot do two professions at the same time. It is just one profession. You are a regular person. You are not an adventurer. You're not like an elf casting spells and blowing shit up. You are a dude with a gun, maybe, who's maybe never held a gun before. It's yeah, you're just a person. You have been chosen by Delta Green for whatever specialization you have. Sometimes that is not combat. But Delta Green isn't just about combat. Sometimes you don't even get into combat. It really depends on how you want to handle things and how the game just ends up playing out based off of your decisions. So your profession, depending on what your playstyle is going to be, what you would prefer, your profession is going to affect that quite a bit. You can like homebrew it a little bit and I'll work with you. I'm not super familiar with the system. This is my first ever time running it, so we're not going to go crazy. But if you want like a slight tweak to your stuff, that's perfectly fine. So there's going to be stats. Right off the bat, I'm going to recommend that everybody choose one of the pre-made sheets down below because that is going to be easier for character creation. If you would like to create your own character, even better, honestly. Just make sure I have your character sheet before we start, so I know how to fuck you up the best. And
That's good.
yeah, so we basically stats. It's a D100 system. You want to roll underneath what your stat is. So say you have like a 20 for gun handling or like weapons. You want to roll under that 20 to be able to sometimes even work a weapon, sometimes to fire it off or swing with it or something. Every profession is going to have different stats that are best for it. So the higher the stat is, the easier it is to succeed. It's a little bit like D&D in that way, just kind of like the opposite way around, because you're trying to roll under rather than over something. And in some cases, there are stats where you just can't lose, if that's how you want to build your character. So it can be broken in certain aspects. Up to you if you would like to do that. Again, just putting the options out there. Um, you can calculate that. There is a character creator that I will post in the chat for Delta Green. It's not as in depth as D&D Beyond, but it'll help you generate a sheet. You're gonna have to do a little reading to be able to use it though. So beyond just all of the stat
Nope.
stuff, we all like to do. We all love numbers. We are tabletop RPG players. But there are even better things to tabletop RPGs, and that is the role playing. So we have bonds in this. It's very much like cyberpunk. You have bonds with certain people, depending on your professions. You have a certain amount of those bonds. So I think actually here on page 17 it shows all of the bonds information. So if you're like an anthropologist, historian, you have 4 bonds, or if you're a special operator, somebody who kills people for a living, basically, you only have 2. It really depends on how social your
Oh, I see.
profession
Okay.
would be. I am willing to be flexible on this because I think that's more interesting, as like no character is, fitting a mold. I want this to be very much like, this is real life, this is set in the real world, is set now, and it's not like you're a rogue goblin who comes from a tribe of warrior goblins. No, you're a dude. So maybe you have more friends as a special operator. You've got a bunch of war buddies. Or maybe you're a historian, but you're a fucking asshole, so you don't have any bonds. That's up to you. These bonds, you can choose what your bonds are. The bond examples are there, but you don't have to necessarily use all of those. It's like spouse, best friend, son or daughter, that type of shit. Just your regular like relationship stuff. What bonds do is every time you witness violence, you witness something that just you cannot comprehend, Lovecraftian shit, or something just absolutely fucking disgusting, you lose sanity. What bonds do is, if you can maintain those and interact with them in positive ways, you can regain sanity. You can also do that by going to therapy or taking a long vacation somewhere. But all of these have their downsides, which we will not be getting into for this educational purpose mini campaign. We will just be doing the upsides. Just because while this game is meant to be fucked up to the players, I do want you guys to have a good time with your first experience. So,
Something else.
Yes, go
Can I
ahead.
add one bonds too that makes them really cool? And I don't want to step on your DMing.
No, you are
So let me know if I'm
more familiar with
overstepping.
the system. So if you ever want
One
to jump in, do.
Absolutely. One cool thing about bonds too is instead of taking sanity damage, you can deflect that onto your bond score. And so
Yes, you can.
that looks like essentially the way I always like to play it is that like the characters have a quick like flashback to them, like the working with Delta Green is stressing them the fuck out. Like, how does that negatively impact their relationship with their spouse? Or like, my character, I want him to be like a little league coach. And like one of his bonds is like the little league that he like works with. Like, does he flip the fuck out at like a little league game and like get into a fight with a mascot? Like, what happens? So you can roll that sanity damage against your bond score as well and deflect it instead. So are you willing to like drive your agent to madness, or are you willing to make them a loner? It's kind of one of the fun like mechanics.
So if you prefer the numbers part, fuck the relationships. If you prefer the role playing part, fuck your numbers. Yeah, no, that thank you, Felix, for you explained it far better than I could have.
Great.
It was this is one of the things I'm kind of homebrewing for this mini campaign, because once again, I like to balance my shit and have you guys have fun. I want that stress of you guys only being able to use that once. I want that to be a Hail Mary. So
Okay.
I'm not going to give you as much choice for this campaign specifically. Only for 4 sessions. But you can use it at your discretion whenever sanity comes up.
Okay, can I ask a clarifying question about
Yes.
sanity points?
Absolutely.
Okay, you may get this later. So, I see that on the pre-made character sheets, there's a max and then there's a current. So when we start playing, we'll just use whatever the current number is and then
Yes.
go from there.
Correct.
Okay.
You want to roll under, just like everything else. You want to roll under your sanity store. If you roll over it, you lose those sanity points. And there are ways of calculating those, but you guys don't have to worry about it. I will do that. Because we are talking about rolls already, let's talk crits. Once again, D100 system, you can just roll a straight up D100, or if you have 2 D10s, that works too. But if you get a multiple of 11, you crit. So say your weapons handling is like 20 and you get an 11, you crit on that. So it's very much like D&D. You get double the damage. It immediately succeeds. Fucking good to go. Just wonderful. However, if you get a 33, which is over that 20, it's a critical failure. So every multiple 11 above that makes the critical failure worse. You'd think a critical failure couldn't get worse. It does in this game. Isn't that fun? So rolls, as I've said before, you want to roll under everything. Rolling over, sometimes for some stats and for some rolls will have different effects, much like D&D. Some of them will include and are not limited to creating a luck roll. A luck roll is something I'm going to do. I'll roll a D100. If it's above 50, you pass. If it's below, you don't. Basically, it is one of my favorite ways of describing this. This is from the video I posted in the Discord. Is say you decide to steal a car. If you pass the luck roll, you can steal that car. It's fine. It's the car is good. If you fail that luck roll, then it is a mafia plant. There's a bomb in it. You open the door, it explodes, and you die. Try and not leave things up to luck is my only advice for you guys. Sometimes there's no choice. Sometimes there definitely is. So taking chances is dangerous. However, if you do take that chance and you win, then it creates something awesome. So you really got to weigh your options. Let's see. What else? For characters and for simple system stuff, I think that should about cover it. I think we can go down to the character sheets now. So there are the pre-made ones. If you would like to use one of those, go for it. You can like absolutely change the name and like who you work for and stuff like that. Yeah, if you want to write in your own stuff, that works. If you want to just go with what the sheet tells you, that also works too. I'm not going to be offended. For character creation, there is I'm not super versed in character creation for this game, so today is gonna be a learning experience for all of us. But there is a character creator for Delta Green. Let me see if I can pull it up. Character creation. Red HG is the thing, I believe. Wait. No, this is not the generator. Hold on one moment. I will get that pulled up. While I do, does anybody have questions?
Kind of. Can you go over the stats with us?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm trying to find where it says that. I haven't read this in a long time, so I'm trying to see where these stats are located.
That is fair. I believe. Here we go. I do have the character creator. You can randomize it, or you can enter in your own stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put that in Delta Green resources right there. You are going to have to do some reading. Absolutely be sure while you're creating your character that you know what stat does what. We are going to go over that right now. So let me shuffle my things around real fast. B, welcome in. Missed you too. Here we go. There's cameras. So you're gonna have your regular kind of just like base stats, right? There's strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence. There's power, which is both can be physical power sometimes if your handler allows, but is mostly in reference to willpower. Those roles are going to be what informs how your sanity reacts to stuff. And then there's charisma, of course. There's always got to be charisma. Those are going to be your base stats, and that also your derived attributes are going to come from those base stats. So hit points is tied to constitution. Willpower is tied to POW or power. Sanity is going to be affected by willpower. And then there's your breaking point, which is where if your sanity gets below a certain threshold, that's going to be your breaking point, and things will happen. We'll get there when we get there. Let's see. So you have all of your stats down below, like all of like the substats that are. You're going to have a certain percentage next to some of them that all people can do. So like accounting, everybody knows a little bit of math, you know? So you're going to have that 10% just base. Alertness, 20%. We're naturally like, we're going to perceive some things as a threat immediately as they enter our vision. Like if somebody pulls a gun at you, you're going to notice that. And then there's going to be other stats that don't have like just like an everybody can do that, so like archaeology or law or something like that will be at 0% naturally. Everything else based off of your base stats, you can choose which things you want to add to. Some of them are intelligence, some of them are like constitution, whatever. Basically it's based off of your profession and your stats. So whatever you would be good at in your profession, that's going to have a higher stat. So say you're a special operator, you're going to have a higher alertness and a higher, what is the weapons one? Probably unarmed combat, and also melee weapons, heavy weapons, that type of stuff. I guess there's different types of weapons, firearms, that thing. If say you aren't a profession that would use firearms much, you probably wouldn't have a percentage above 20 on your firearms. Everybody knows how to pick up a gun, point, and shoot. That doesn't mean you're going to be good at it. So if you're like an anthropologist, I'm going to keep coming back to that one. You're probably not going to have insane skills with a pistol, you know? So it's all informed based off of that. Let's go down. There is a character creation page down below all of this, I believe. No? Where was that?
Can I be Dr. Palmer?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Okay, great. I'm gonna start tinkering.
Roman
Which
and
one is
Felix. Oh, go ahead.
Dr. Palmer's the anthropologist.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I
Oh
love
wait,
that.
did you want to play that one or no?
I have an anthropology character in mind, but I'm also down
Oh.
to play something entirely different.
You guys can
No, go
also
for it. Add
do
it back up.
2 anthropologists.
I-
That is perfectly
We're gonna
fine.
be a group of little noodle arm nerds
yeah,
trying
That
to
is
fight
totally
Gojira's
You know what?
Delta
Yeah,
Green
that's totally
is
fine. What-
struggling for people. So if like they don't get like a well-rounded group, that's normal.
Yeah, you know, and there is some variety to it as well. So, and I'm sure we can talk to Matt about like what kind of anthropology is your Dr. Palmer here doing?
That is a
Deep
good
experience in
question.
the cult is what it looks like in the PDF. You know what? I think you should take Palmer, and I will build somebody else. Just have a little bit more variety.
Okay,
I
another
think ours
anthropologist with a different specialty.
maybe, or I don't know. Roman, what are you thinking about doing?
I'm looking around. I might take the McMurdy sheet.
Which one's McMurdy?
That's the special operative.
Oh,
Yeah.
special
Can I
operators.
flavor it?
He can
You
fight.
can absolutely. Please
I
flavor
mean, I
it.
want to
Actually,
flavor it. I want to be a private eye.
okay.
I might.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so as a special operator, you have to have worked with a military agency at some point. So that's going to have to be in your background. Private eye
Yeah. Okay.
currently though, perfectly fine.
Private eye currently.
Hell yeah.
Education and occupation history. It does have military training.
Yeah. Sounds good. So we have 2 characters already. And then Felix, you're planning on building a brand new one, yeah?
Yeah, I think you know what. If we're just playing characters that might die off fairly easily, um, I might just go with the special agent Cornwall or Cornwell.
Okay.
I might just do a federal. I might just do a federal agent here.
Hell yeah. Already a
Uh,
well-rounded group.
there we go.
Fuck yeah. So you guys have your character sheets. If you want to change your bonds, if you want to change your names, if you want to change really anything about your character, including things that may change your stats, if you would like, please just let me know and reflect that on your character sheet. Other than that, that's about all the information I got for you guys. For now, we'll have more when we play, but we'll get there as it happens.
I'm so excited.
Dude, me too.
Me too.
I also very nervous because I've never run this before, but I think I've got enough of a hang on it now that I can make the experience playable.
I think you'll do great.
Thank you.
Me
I
too.
think I will do all right. And that's fine because this is the educational campaign. This is baby's first Delta Green for all of us, except for Felix. In which case it's baby's second or third, or maybe even
There you go.
Delta Green?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. How many times have you played this game, Felix?
Like 3 times I think with you guys, if that.
That's fair. Super fair.
If that.
And you were a player, right? Felix, you weren't the handler?
No, I was the handler. I've never been a player, so this is gonna be really
okay.
fun. Yeah, I'm really
Fun.
excited. Yeah, I have a name for my character too, which I'm really pumped about. It's Rip Sturdley.
Rip
Agent
Sturdley is
Rips.
fantastic.
Agent Rip Sturdley. I think is going to do very well in this group. So I'm very excited.
Fully agree. I'm so excited. Yeah, that again, that's all the information I got for you. So if you guys would like to go over anything again, or if you need help making stuff for your character, now is the time. Otherwise, I'm available by message.
Oh,
So
I mean,
we have all
do
week until...
we want to like hang out and like build our characters together, or like is there? I mean, you guys are using the pre-generated stat blocks, right? So
But if you guys
I'm
want to change
down
bonds and
to
stuff,
listen to you build your character, Felix. That
I was gonna
sounds
maybe.
fun.
I mean, do you guys want to help me?
yeah, let's do it.
yes.
So initially, the idea I had was I wanted to. I learned about this field of study called semiotics, which is the field of it's the study of signs and symbols. And Delta Green, there's a lot to do about like sigils and hypergeometry and things along those lines. And so I love the idea of like a guy who like, oh, there we go,
Yeah.
who went through some sort of like traumatic event with like a cult early in his life, and like saw some sigil that's been like burned into the back of his mind. He can't get rid of it, and he's taken on like higher education to like understand people and like study cults, and also to like learn more about like essentially like booster up his like skills so that like people will let him into more databases so we can try to figure out like what this sigil is. And so I don't know. I feel like if I'm playing him as a agent, as a federal agent with the FBI, he will probably need some sort of physicality. But
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
not really
Not his
sure.
highest stat though.
Yeah.
I would assume forensics and one of your weapons stats would probably be up on the highest.
So there is that. Would I be able to trade out a few of these stats for
Yeah,
like some
absolutely.
things?
You can absolutely
Okay,
just
because
swap them around.
I like the I like that. So I think alertness 50 makes sense to me.
I'd say so.
Uh,
Maybe even higher if you want it.
that's what the recommendation is for the federal agent sheet. So I think I'm gonna stick with 50 right now. Bureaucracy 40 makes sense as a Fed and also someone who like navigates like higher education. Drive 50. I don't think he maybe he took like some like driving like has like some driving ability as like
Yeah.
a Fed. I'm almost imagining him like almost as like a contractor, like a federal like an FBI contractor as opposed to an actual Fed, you know?
Okay. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
could I maybe move that 50 into a Colt?
I'd allow it. Yeah,
Okay. Hell yeah. Criminology is 50, which makes sense
absolutely it
for my
does.
character. Firearms are 50,
I'd say that's good.
it says. Okay. Let me see here. Let me get rid of some of these that I had in earlier. Let me see. Forensics is 30.
That's good. If you want
Okay.
that higher, you are welcome to do it.
I th- I think he's much more interested in because it says human intelligence, which is like how you read people,
Yeah, that's
which
kind
is
of
like
your
a
insight stat.
yeah. I feel like that's like really important. It says that that's 60 for a Fed. So
Yeah,
um
that tracks.
and then let me see. There's 60 for their law is 30 Fed, or at least Fed adjacent. Persuade is 50. Probably some like bad power. With that, search it says is 50. I want to add that, and then lastly, it says unarmed combat is 60. I don't fully know if I agree with that for this character. Can I potentially move that 60 into like anthropology?
Sure, but you're gonna in your background. Why would anthropology be that high for this character?
I think it makes sense for him because his so I have right now education and occupational history. I just have his education right now as a BA in human communication, master's in criminology, and a PhD in forensic semiotics.
Okay.
So maybe it wouldn't be that high, especially because we have Dr. Palmer with us, who is an anthropology professor.
Yeah.
So maybe
68% would be like you have at least a bachelor's degree in this.
okay, gotcha. I'm gonna say maybe he just has a master's then in forensic semiotics, not a PhD.
Okay.
And then yeah, so maybe not anthropology, but what else? Occult is already pumped up a little bit.
I mean, occult's gonna be good for like your sigils and symbols type shit.
That's true. That's probably more of what he's like looking for. I guess 60. I guess we could do unarmed combat. I just don't really see him as like a fisticuffs kind of guy, you
I
know?
mean,
Could we put 100 in a stat
you could, but you would. I think
potentially?
you'd
But
have to sacrifice a couple of stats.
like
I
you
think
draw it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
you can only go up to 80 to start off with, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Let me
Um,
check on that real fast.
Okay. There's Felix, there's like an unnatural category. I don't know exactly what that entails, but that's related to the occult. I'm not sure.
I think. Oh, what is it that they say? So, occult is like the human aspect of like the eldritch, and unnatural is like the actual like firsthand experience. I think so. I think everybody starts off
Yes.
low in unnatural because we're only like we probably all have come into Delta Green because of some connection or like some instance. Like for example, my character was abducted by cultists. And so he got to see like the occult side of things, but like unnatural would be like you're going like you are up against some sort of like direct unnatural threat. And then as time goes on, I know that you're able, if you fail a roll, you can like put a little check by it, and then that's how you level up in this game. Is by like so like if you encounter an unnatural thing and you fail a check, which with a 0 you would, uh, then you'd be able to like add a 1 or like roll a d4, depending on like the game master. But also like having a anything in unnatural isn't super good for the sanity of the character. You don't want to be super connected to this shit. It's really really bad. And so I mean maybe I mean Matt, if you would, I guess we could, yeah, if you'd let me do unnatural, have
Yeah.
some sort of connection to it.
If you
Maybe like
want to be a fucking weirdo, yeah. You're
yeah,
gonna,
he definitely fucking is 100%. That works for me.
I did find out the highest you can have is a 90%.
Oh, okay.
I believe you will have to take percentage away from other stuff though.
Could I sacrifice my unarmed combat for a 10 in unnatural?
How much is your unarmed combat currently? 60?
It's 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it only bumps me down to a 40, but I figured probably having too much unnatural isn't the best.
You can do that. I'll allow it.
Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, he's probably like doing his own ritual. I imagine in his
Oh, there's a few pentagrams in his luxury
yeah, he has
apartment, I guess.
yeah, he has like a townhouse in Tempe, and
There you go,
with his
lakeside.
wife. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. And then I think I'm able to choose one more. I'm gonna choose I don't know. Does anybody have like accounting or computer science?
No. Wait.
I'll do
No.
accounting. He's kind of a freak.
Yeah, like all social scientists, I have not studied anything that's not directly related to my piece.
There you go.
Fair.
Or maybe I'll do computer science. That way it's, maybe there's like some weird shit that he's been doing on computers.
You might need it.
Maybe.
Just gonna put that out
Yeah,
there.
can I ask you, under what circumstances would like law, anthropology, or no, those are the two that I'm curious about. Like,
So anthropology is if it's like an ancient thing,
Mhm.
knowing like histories of cultures.
Okay.
Fantastic for that. Law, there are going to be instances where you have to deal with police, or investigators,
Gotcha.
and you have to sometimes you have to know what you're talking about in order to do stuff.
Sometimes.
The whole point as an agent, aside from your mission, is making sure nobody knows about Delta Green. You never spill on Delta Green. So if people start to become suspicious of you, that's a problem. So all of these stats, while some of them seem random, in a lot of circumstances can be really helpful for maintaining secrecy.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, if you do want to completely like fill out a new one, I knew this was somewhere. I just couldn't find it. On page 17 and 18 there are all of the percentages you'll need for certain professions and it's got all of the professions there. So if you wanted like make your character from scratch but not your stats, that's also a good way to do it.
Hell yeah.
We can talk about bonds too if you care, if your characters are there now, or if anything else really.
Hell yeah. I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
I'm almost imagining him as a I feel so forensic semiotics is the study of symbols in crime, and a lot of it kind of leans its way into like like repeating patterns of like crime scenes and things like that, but also
Serial
in
killer shit.
like serial killer shit,
Yeah.
but also in like interrogations, so like understanding the meaning behind like an eye twitch or like something along those lines. I'm almost imagining that this is a guy who's like specializing in how to like read people as well as like how to like understand these signs and symbols. Like maybe the
Okay.
two interests is kind of converged. Could I
So
move my criminology, which is a 50, to psychotherapy
psychotherapy. So
as
you're
a he's kind of more so interested in like how these manifestations of symbols come out in the human persona. I'm almost imagining like he's the guy that like the feds call in when they have like someone they can't crack, you know, like in the interrogation
I
booth. He's the Russ Cole character who comes strolling in
okay.
with his large notebook.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll allow you to put a little bit in there, because that is
Okay,
a very specialized stat. Um,
yeah,
say if you were a
30,
therapist, I would allow it to be higher. I'd say 30 is probably pretty good. I
cool.
will allow 30.
Hell yeah, because I'm not really interested in criminology and not really super interested in firearms either, but I think that might be important. So I'll just say he goes shooting
Somebody's
with
got to be
his.
good at shooting shit. I'm gonna
Well,
I'm just gonna
we
put
have a
that
special
out there.
agent. We don't have a
Yeah,
special
yeah.
operator.
Special operator. So if you do want to move your stuff, you can, but also maybe having multiple people that can kill things could be good.
Yeah,
Like
Well,
I
hell
love
yeah.
min maxing the art, the role playing stuff. That is fun as fuck. Things are gonna try and kill you. Just gotta make that plain. Your character is going to be in danger for sure. And not like D&D in danger, like one hit and you're dead, potentially danger.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay. Can I make a change?
Yeah.
So I have 40% in persuade,
Okay.
but I imagine the way that I'm going to play Dr. Palmer is like very off-putting and kind of like
You want
creepy
low
and socially
charisma.
inept.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if I could move my persuade maybe to firearms
Yeah. Why would he be proficient with firearms?
because okay. Tell me if this is too shenanigany. I
Okay.
like to think that I'm the kind of person that like goes to an archery range.
Okay, so you're good with like bows and stuff.
Yeah. So could it
How are
be?
you
But I
going to
don't see.
carry a bow around in public?
Well, if Hawkeye can do it, then so can he, right?
A Hawkeye is a
But
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
in a tight latex suit with a bow. You're gonna expect that motherfucker to be weird. You're trying not to draw
that's fair.
attention to yourself as Delta Green
Okay.
agents.
Could
So
it?
if you can figure out a way, I'll allow it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a little hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Guns,
Could it?
absolutely. This
Okay.
game is gonna take place in Arizona. So
Oh
if
hell
you're
yeah.
just like
Okay.
openly carrying a gun, people are gonna be like, "That's a Republican," and that's all they're gonna think about you.
Okay.
We literally had a guy in our neighborhood who would ride around on his bicycle with like a Glock and then 2 extra clips on a combat belt.
Yep.
The man was like maybe 70 years old. He had on like a green reflector vest and the bicycle helmet. And he just paroled our neighborhood at like 5 miles an hour every morning.
For a long time, I
That's
thought
one way to
Felix was
live.
just making that shit up. And then, like, I got up one morning and I was like drinking coffee and I saw him ride by through the window. I was like, what the fuck? And once he almost hit a cat because he wasn't paying attention. He was like looking at somebody's yard and was like riding his bike, and a cat like ran out in front of him and then like stopped and ran back. And I heard him go, "Oh shit!" Just, like, like swerve and keep going.
Oh
The
man.
fucking best.
That's fantastic. Averages.
So okay, so I could be like an open carry kind of guy.
Yeah, you can just carry a gun on you. It's
All right.
Arizona, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. Okay, let me make note of that.
All right. I'm just calculating my stats right now. Equal to power is, oh hell yeah.
Matt,
Yes.
Mr. DM. So for my
Chandler.
character sheet, I have 50 in swim.
Okay.
But
you
because my
wanna
character's
drop?
in the military, I don't think. Oh fuck, you're right.
It's Arizona. There's not going to be a lot of chances to swim. Please continue.
Because I'm like, well, I'm at war. Why the fuck am I going to swim? Like, why would I learn that?
What if you're at war with Atlantis?
Oh, Matt, you're right. Damn.
He's good. He's fucking good.
Damn. He's 10 steps ahead.
Like I said, real life. We have to be prepared for these situations. It's out there
If I
somewhere.
change anything then.
Matt, what happens if do we have to calculate like a new sanity level if we go past our breaking point?
You know what? I don't know if you have to change the level. That's a good question.
Because I have 70 sanity because I'm saying that like this man is annoyingly stubborn. Like he's super stonewall. He nothing changes his mind, but like it also means that like my sanity is like insane. It's at like 70 right now. But like the way we've been talking about him, he sounds like a nutcase. He sounds like someone
fucking
absolutely
loose
like
cannon.
obsessed with this. Yeah, so I'm wondering if I can like go like maybe he's got
know.
like he's gone through like a few breaking points before in the past.
Okay. You can
With
lower
that-
it if you want. Raising it, you're gonna
I
have
know
to negotiate.
several
But
people who live in a different world than I do, where I'm like, that is not how I experience being alive. But
Yeah.
you believe that you are doing well. I don't know.
super fair.
Exactly. Yeah.
Honestly,
So like
some of these disorders you can get in Delta Green are just like manic depression. You could just like be riding a high for a session if you've got one of these disorders.
oh,
Sometimes
that's
they're not
right.
bad.
I forgot there's disorders.
There's disorders. When you reach your breaking point, you get a disorder. I don't
Okay,
know if
maybe
it
we'll
does
hold
anything
on to that
your
then.
level. Oh yeah, now change.
So
you don't change the sanity. You change the breaking point. So you change the breaking point to its new value, which is your agent's current sanity minus POW, minus your willpower.
Okay.
Power.
What is everybody else's sanity at right now? Like how many points are you guys missing?
I think 44.
Oh my
My
god.
current's 55.
I'm missing 41 points.
Okay. My guy should be dropped
Yep.
down then, yeah?
My max is 89 and my current is 48.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay. So for these pre-made cheats, they may have lowered it. Look at your max for your current sanity.
Okay.
We're gonna start at your max. Because
Okay.
it's
99.
brand new to Delta Green.
Oh wow.
Unless you think, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Session 1 is called Recruitment Day. So this is going to
Okay.
be your characters getting recruited by Delta Green. You can have your max. If you want it to be lower than max, tell me why. And we can absolutely just do that. Or if you want to lower your max, I'll allow that. Handicap yourself. That is A-okay with me. Not a great decision if you ask me, but you can do it.
I think my guy's probably, you know, I'm gonna take off 5 points if that's cool.
You can
It
take
brings
off
me
as
down
many
to,
as
like-
you want. Do your
Yeah,
thing.
raise
so
the risk
mad.
a little bit. Yeah.
So far, your character's like peachy. He's living a good life for the most part.
Yeah. For the most
Right?
part. Yeah, I think
Might
so.
get-
He's
Not guilty at all for the things that he does.
No. I'm gonna play him as like someone who's like really into detective movies and everything, like really into like private investigators. Without understanding like you need to be kind of smart to do that. and did every other step around that.
Super fair. You did the action
but
movie
it's a
route.
yeah, but it is about as smart as like a large golden retriever.
I
Oh,
love it. Incredible. So let's go over to disorders, and then I want to talk to you guys about what happened to your characters that Delta Green would be interested in you. But first, let's do disorders. So disorders are literally just you getting fucking mental illnesses from the things you are seeing, witnessing, or maybe you've done or have happened to you. So every time you reach your breaking point, you get a new disorder. I'm gonna roll for those. They're gonna be kind of like random. If you want to, you can start with a disorder. It's going to make your gameplay experience harder, but also it's good character building. So if you want to do that, you are allowed. If you want this game to not be as hard on you, perfectly fine. If you don't want to do that. So there's disorders from violence, disorders from helplessness, and disorders from the unnatural, which is the three ways of you losing sanity in their official names. So like disorders from violence, as a couple of examples, are like PTSD, addiction, sleep disorder, depression. Depression's on all of these, by the way.
what
Helplessness, that's like,
page is it on?
this is on
37.
37.
Thank you.
From helplessness, it's like anxiety, obsession, obsessive compulsive disorder, that type of thing. And from the unnatural, it's depersonalization, amnesia, fugues, megalomania. Megalomania is a fun one to be a handler for. So if one of y'all gets that, we're gonna have some fun DM back and forth on the side while we are playing this game. But yeah, so any of these can happen. Also, if your sanity reaches 0, you get permanent insanity. So that you kind of lose your character. Not even kind of. You do lose your character. I take your character. You're not in control anymore. You have to roll a new one, and then I get to do whatever the fuck I want with your character as long as it's unhinged. So, yeah. So try not to lose all of your sanity. Pro tip: if you want to keep your character, don't go insane. But yeah, there. As previously stated, there are ways to increase your sanity score, increase your points, get back to like a sense of normalcy. However, not during a mission. It's all outside of a mission. So try to avoid letting that shit drop to 0. Sometimes it could be unavoidable depending on what decisions you've made prior. So just be wary.
Gotcha.
And then yeah, so let's any questions about disorders and like sanity and stuff?
No, not for me.
Okay. Hell yeah. In that case, let's talk about we don't have to go into your characters' full backgrounds now. I know you guys have just picked your characters. You haven't really had a lot of time to think about the minutia of it. But based off of your professions, what do you think happened to you that was weird and wacky, that would have gotten you flagged by Delta Green as a potential agent? Take your time to think about it, but now is the time to start, because that is most, well, okay, not most, the first part of our first session 1 next week, will be us introducing these characters and why, and like what their background is, and then I'm gonna need to know why you guys got picked up, because your handler will explain it to you once you get to Delta Green, and we'll kind of introduce everybody to each other, and add a little bit of extra character information. So before next week, I'm going to need like some backstory. I'm going to need some like bonds, even, or just like whatever information about your character you can give me, that you have like a solid thought on. And if you just want to roll with it, we can absolutely just roll with it.
Yeah.
Do like some.
Peregrine, did you have an idea?
Oh no, I was just. I like improv a lot, but probably I'll be more prepared. Go for it, Felix.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because I've been thinking about this guy for a while since Matt like talked to me about this campaign from the beginning. I think he probably like released some academic papers. Yeah, I think maybe he's like a PhD student right now, and so he's released some like academic papers like on um like the cultural significance of like certain sigils and maybe he did like an analysis of like something that was found at like Jonestown that like no one was really able to like tie something to, or like some sort of like cult activity thing. Maybe like Waco had like something after the last round stopped and hit the ground, that they found like some artifact. They found like some weird, like there's in the corner of like a picture, there's some weird sigil that like isn't there anymore. And he wrote some like just just up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, like wired off of whatever like upper he's on, like trying to pump out a paper kind of situation. Publish it against his advisors advisement, and he got approached by like a recruiter like in his office.
Hell yeah.
Basically told them like hey, you can join up with us, or you can or we'll have to. Some of the lines like you can either join up with us, or we're gonna have to find some way to stop you from continuing your research.
Yeah.
You've
I
gone too
like
deep.
that.
You have one of two options.
Yeah, drop your research or come with us. Kind of
Yeah,
deal.
exactly.
Yeah. That part, the recruitment, is going to be fully improv, and I have a feeling that's exactly where that's gonna go.
Oh, fun.
For
Hell
you in
yeah.
particular. Yeah. So we're basically how we're gonna hit it on recruitment day is I'm gonna ask you where your character's at and what they're doing, and that's gonna be where you get recruited. So if you want to pre-plan that, hell yeah. If you don't and want to just fucking like let's see what happens, that's cool too.
Yeah.
We were playing.
I say
fast
we
and
just roll
loose.
with it. I say we just roll with it. Also, I chose paranoia and obsession for his mental
Oh,
disorders.
you want some disorders? Okay, hell yeah. We will. I will make you make some checks at certain points. Based off of that, if you tell me like certain ways you've like if you're taking medication or if you're like doing some sort of therapy to help you with that, those checks will happen less frequently. But certain things in the game will cause flare ups, basically.
I don't think he's seeing a therapist. I think so. One of my bonds, I chose Dr. John Michaels, his general practitioner, and I think he just like vents at his GP. He'll like make an appointment for like I need my medication refill for my intestinal issues, and he'll like come in and for like the next hour just like vent at him.
So what
And
you're telling me is he has a bunch of mental health notes, but hasn't done anything about those notes.
no, absolutely not.
Terrible GP, honestly. Should recommend a psych. Some point.
Probably has before in the past, and I don't think he's taken the advice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why would he trust someone else with this information?
Your doctor is the man. He's in on it.
Exactly. Also, I don't know if this is too much, but I had an idea because just to make him a little bit more, I don't know how fucked up we want to make our characters' lives like right off the get go.
It's gonna get more fucked up, so be prepared.
So I have his constitution at 10, which is like the lowest option, and
Ooh.
I'm doing that because an idea I have for the character is that during the cult ritual, I think part of the motivation is like the cult has killed his father. Maybe they were on like a camping trip and they were abducted in the woods. And then B, I think part of his intestines were ripped out during the ritual.
Oh boy.
And so he can't digest food like an average person can. So he has a umbilical feeding tube that is constantly pumping nutrients into his body. So he's like
Okay.
he's very skeletal, he's very tall and like wispy. He's not the most like athletic. He's not very strong. but he's focused all of his energy into his mental capabilities instead.
I really like this as a character standpoint. As your handler, before we have started this campaign, I have to tell you that
Too
is
much?
a terrible idea.
Oh, bristle.
Okay.
There is a really good chance you get one shot by just about anything that could happen.
I mean, that's gonna happen regardless. My health isn't
that is
super
going to
high.
happen regardless, but there's always a
Felix,
chance you
I want to
survive.
get to know your character before he just gets plucked off by the
I-
first strong gust of wind that comes through.
Yes, pretty much. I would give him at least 20%.
Okay, 20% to
for your constitution.
at least 20.
Yeah.
'Cause
you had it at
Constitution
10,
is
yeah?
at 50%. Yeah,
Oh.
so it's a 10, which is like the
Oh,
lowest. So
no,
we'll just
you're
say,
right.
you know, we
Oh.
maybe yeah. So maybe we
I'm
maybe we
sorry,
just
I
say
thought
he's
you meant
You thought he meant 10%?
yes. What is
Oh,
your
no.
current hit points?
a 53.
Okay, never mind. That's fine. That's all good. I thought you were putting that down to like the lowest you could ever have a stat. It's like lower than the low, like you know.
Oh.
Okay.
Hmm.
I thought you were telling me 10 HP basically. No, you
I don't know.
all good. You
Okay,
can absolutely
my
do
sheet
that.
says that I have 11 HP.
You have
My
11
constitution is at
HP.
55%, but it says my max HP is 11.
Your max HP is 11. You're
Yeah.
I'm looking at
That
yours, Palmer, right now.
be
Yeah. So my constitution is 55%. Max HP is 11.
That's interesting. Yeah, they made a little oopsie.
Okay, is
Because
it a typo?
you're yeah, because HP, I think it is actually. Because HP is the average of your strength and con. Oh no, it's not. That's right, because we get one-shotted in this game, so it is 11.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, we're not supposed to have extremely high HP, so having 11 HP makes sense.
okay.
Wait a minute.
Sanity points are supposed to be high because we're gonna be experiencing like a bunch of random shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's mostly
page
experiencing
16,
stuff, but oh yeah, 11,
page
13.
6,
No,
uh,
you're right.
the average is on. Yes, we have the same hit points there, Palmer.
Oh, I
Just
completely
wheezing
misread
as I walk up the
how to do
stairs.
HP.
2 academics.
Yep. Which is me in real life.
McMurdy though, you got a strong 13.
Yeah. I'll see you guys at the top of the stairs, guys.
Don't
Matt,
worry
can I
about me.
like grab some disorders while we're
Absolutely, you can nerf yourself for
or
sure.
they-
Some disorder. Yeah.
Can I get addiction and sleep disorder?
Sure. Sleep disorder. You don't got to tell me anything else. I know how to be an agent for or be a handler for that. Specifically because of Don't Get in the Trunk. Shout out to another podcast. As for addiction, what are you addicted to?
Bourbon.
Bourbon. You're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Okay. So what that's going to do, I believe, is I'm gonna make you roll strength checks, strength and dexterity checks, kind of a lot for just like regular stuff you're doing. Most of the time you're gonna succeed. Sometimes you are gonna fail because that alcoholism is going to be affecting your body.
Matt, can I just double up? Can I just go ahead and say cigarettes also?
Cigarettes, actually, mechanically, I think that kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
balances it out a little bit because that's an upper and a downer. That is, cigarettes do have, I believe, the specific effect of. Hold on, let me try and find it.
You can overlook like you can smoke through the night instead of resting.
That's it.
Which gets you through the next day, but at your next rest, you take like considerable sanity damage.
Indeed.
Or like whatever, like it might be like to Constitution or something like that. Willpower, maybe it's something.
It's power.
But yeah.
So yeah, good call, Felix. Thank you for not making me find that. Yeah. So you're going to be able to do that. So if you're on a mission where it's going to take all night to do something and you're like on a time limit and you need to get through the night, but you also need to sleep. You have a sleep disorder. You don't get enough ever. So you need to get as much as you can when you can. You're going to be taking extra sanity damage if you smoke through the night to like get yourself through, because that sleep disorder is also going to affect you.
Let's go.
Yeah. This game fucking hates you. And I'm sorry. But also I'm not, because I'm running this for a reason.
I'm all for it.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. I'm going to be much meaner to you guys in this game than I am normally in Time of Blood.
And that's fair. I love it. Yeah, I'm researching more on feeding pumps right now. I don't think this is something that someone would have on the go.
Yeah.
And I don't, well, it might actually, but I don't
They're
think
not mostly very portable, I don't think.
there is one called the I don't want to say the name because I don't want to rep this or anything,
Free
but
sponsoring.
no free sponsoring of Big Med stuff. I'm sorry. If you look up like portable like feeding pump, that's probably what you're going to see. But they do have like backpacks and like bags and things like that. And I do see someone on one of the ads that's like about to go on a bike.
Okay.
So
you can be at least
yes,
moderately
I guess
active.
yeah. I guess yeah, or like if you're just getting all your nutrients and you're back up to being healthy after the fact, then it looks like yeah, I'll do some more research before I
Yeah.
commit to this. I want to represent
Okay.
this accurately.
Like I said, the reason we're not just like jumping into the game tonight is I want you guys to be able to build out your characters the way you want them. So absolutely, if you need to take the week to flesh this stuff out, please do. That's
Oh yeah.
that is what the gap is for. Yeah.
Cool.
I guess while we're all still here, what else would you guys like to work on for these characters? I am here as a resource.
Did anybody else figure out your distinguishing features, or are you just sticking with the distinguishing features that are on your sheet?
While you do that, I'm gonna use the restroom real fast. I can still hear you guys, so I will comment on the conversation when I get back.
Matt, no, not again!
It's gonna make us listen to it piss.
Again!
He loves doing this.
No complaints about listening to piss. I'm fine. I'm not generally into water sports, but you know.
Yeah, you know, it's except for the holidays. Why not?
Whoa.
Do yourself.
That's
Special occasion.
Yeah, I already got my guess from Santa.
hearing water sports is bad.
I don't need to be good anymore. What do you guys
Hello?
you guys
Is
froze
there,
on my
like,
end?
You frozen on
I
my end.
see. What? Oh. Can we
Hello?
all hear each other at least?
I can hear you. I can't hear Felix.
You really froze on my end. Oh man.
Oh.
There
I
we
can
go.
hear Felix.
Yeah,
I
there
hear
we go.
both of you.
Hi. It
Hello?
froze for
There.
a
Hi,
little bit.
friends.
Go. Hey.
Oh, you're back.
Yes, I am. Oops.
Um,
Were you
do you?
what were we talking about? Water sports? Do I? No, not yet.
We were talking about distinguishing features. Well,
That
you're about
was
to be married, so maybe your life will change.
Yeah, who knows?
I always think it's interesting when people treat an engagement as if like the last section of time that you were in a relationship completely gets upended once a marriage certificate is involved.
I know,
As if
right?
you didn't
It's
spend all that
silly.
time getting to know the person.
Yeah, exactly. Or like this is like the final race, or like there's like some weird pressure. It's like, no, man, we're just getting the government involved.
Yep. Now you'll be state sanctioned in your
Doing a little
relationship.
ceremony. That's it. Here we go.
Excellent.
Now we can get some benefits. Hopefully. We'll see. Do you guys have like any distinguishing features
Can you
you
send me
want to
what
share?
page of the PDF it's listed in?
Oh
or
yeah,
the book?
if you look at your stat block or like on your character
Oh,
page, it should be on there
no,
as well. But I'm trying to say, I think I know
I
you're
see it on my
asking.
character sheet, but not in the big text.
Yo, next time I
Yeah,
will
let
bring my
me.
headset mic so that I can please the cast.
no, Matt,
So you can
please.
Hey, look.
hear the piss. I didn't realize that was a request for tonight. My bad, honestly.
Yeah, Matt. God damn it. I'll see if I can find it in here.
Okay,
But
thank
I think
you.
it's just to kind of help give some more flavor to your character. I think it's like your highest stats you like kind of like either like your most extreme stats you like add on little features to just
Okay.
to
Oh, we're
like
talking
help explain them.
distinguishing
Distinguishing.
features right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to see like how they describe it in the book, but there's not really anything in the need to know because I don't think it's like
No,
super important. It's
it's
more like a role play thing.
yeah, it's more of a role play thing. It doesn't necessarily affect anything, but if you want like some of your skills to be like what's most known about you, that's kind of how it goes. Or if you want distinguishing features to be like physical features, you can do that too. However, if it is physical
Example,
features, and you're like super distinguishing and people would recognize you in a crowd, that's not good as a Delta Green agent. So
Okay.
that will be a nerf for you if you decide to do that.
Okay. I think I'm gonna change mine a little bit. Because my charisma is pretty high, but and on my character sheet it says that I'm very present, but I don't think that's what it is. I think that Dr. Palmer just moves through life so sure that the thing that they want to do is correct
mhm.
that kind of like things bounce off of them. Like maybe it's not socially appropriate, but I feel very confident about this decision.
Hell yeah.
Therefore, I'm gonna go forward with it.
I'm an expert
Said
in my field and I'm about to show you why. Fucks up.
right.
Like, yeah, the best.
He's got some queer audacity. No, I've never tried this thing before, but I'm pretty sure I could figure it out.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We
AKA
all
me.
toxically think we can do something that we definitely can't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
love that. But that's so good to have, and it's also gonna be so much fun to deal with a character that has annoyingly stubborn in his character sheet. So I'm very
Oh
excited
yeah.
for us to interact. That's one of
Oh yeah.
mine. I wrote something for everything just because I think it's fun. I chose for strength that he just started Pilates. He has a 55%. Just started though, so he's not very bulked up yet. His core is still a little weak.
Okay.
For 10,
Probably
I
on account
chose.
of the lack of intestines.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but his
Let's
wife
settle
is trying to get him. Yeah, his dexterity is 60 because he just started yoga.
that. Aw.
So he's a little bendy. His intelligence is 75. It's his highest. He's obsessed with his studies. He's an annoyingly stubborn person with a power of 70 as well. And then his charisma is 50, and he's terrible at parties.
Love
Terrible
that.
at parties.
Terrible at parties.
Give
Just
me an
generally.
example, if you can. What the fuck does
Yeah,
this man do at parties?
I think he's the kind of guy that like, uh, there's like he doesn't small talk. I think he just gets direct. I think for him, like a party is like a social gathering of minds, and he's trying to gather as much information as possible. Like that's how he wins
Mm.
at parties. And if
He's the
someone
guy
he's
at the party who
talking
comes
to
up to
is like,
you like smoking a joint that goes, "Have you heard of the Greys, the reptilians?"
or more so like, what have you heard about? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he isn't smoking the joint. He just hands you a joint and watches you.
Terrible vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Here I
Ominous.
found this. Here I found this. Have it anyway. Do you
Here's a
have
molly I
any?
found in somebody else's pocket.
Yeah. Do you have any information for me? No? Fantastic. And then just walks away to the next person.
Incredible. I love it.
You guys, I know this person in real life.
I'm
This is a
sorry.
man who, I try not to interact with him. This
Yeah,
man once
fair.
said to me, like, if you don't like small talk, how do you gather as much information as possible about people? And I was like, I
Oh.
don't know if that's why I engage in small talk
No,
generally.
I think most people just kind of want to
What?
know how your day was.
Yeah. Or break the ice before talking about something
Yeah.
a little more important. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go.
Conversational foreplay, if you will.
Yeah.
No, sounds like a waste of time to me.
So
Okay,
this
I'm
this
very
man is
excited to
Mark
meet this character.
Zuckerberging people, I would assume. Walks in,
Maybe.
just like, "Hi, do you use Facebook?"
So,
You
but he
heard
is
of
also
Meta?
I'm also trying to figure out how he got involved in this little league, coaching a little league. Like, is it a nephew that's like in the little league? Is it?
Dude's got to have like a niece or nephew or something, like
I think that's what it is. He has this.
god kid or
Yeah, I
something
think.
like that, you know?
Yeah, I think you know what? Instead of a wife as one of his bonds, I don't think he's married. I think his brother, who's like much more like socially like well off and like
His cool brother.
engaged. Yeah, he has like a
His
cool
cool better
brother that
brother.
like his cool brother, his cool stepbrother who like went after his dad had died in the camping cult incident. His mom remarried, and he found himself like stepbrothers with like kind of a cool, socially outgoing, like jockey kind of dude.
Hell yeah.
And I think
Comes over to watch football on the weekends, doesn't understand
yeah,
football.
he makes him he makes him like come over and like be a part of his fantasy league. His name is Brad.
Hell yeah. Love it. I'm a big fan of Brad already.
Brad's
Yeah,
probably really chill.
I was
Brad's
gonna say
gonna be
Brad's
like
probably a
the
pretty
Peter
cool guy.
from Deadpool. Like, just a nice
Yeah.
dude, just hanging out, enjoying
And
life.
yeah, and Richard hates him. Richard fucking hates this dude. But he's
Of
like
course.
he's family. I gotta go do it. I gotta go watch fucking football because if I don't, they're gonna start asking questions, and then they're gonna come over one day and they're gonna see me with my notes, and I can't let that happen because my notes aren't ready. So I
Oh,
gotta go watch fucking football.
we've just unearthed something interesting. Do not let people into your place.
Oh fuck no, no. It is
Okay.
a
Very
I
interesting.
think it is probably well like with paranoia and obsession as my
Yeah.
like mental disorders
No,
and or
that's
also
fair.
motivator. I don't think that would like allow me to have like a very wide like social
No, definitely
life.
not. But
Probably
Felix,
not.
is your
simply not
character
allowing people and having your notes out is a very interesting choice. Thank you for that. Anyway, continue.
no, is your character kind of like Goob from Meet the Robinsons?
Goob. Yes.
The one where they're
Oh,
like, "Hey,
great
Goob,
ass
want to go to
reference.
our house?" And he's like,
they
"Y'all
hated me.
hated me."
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I haven't seen that since I was like a child-ass child.
It's a good one. That's such a good poll. Yeah, he's absolutely Goob. I'm gonna write down in descriptors,
Goob.
personal details. Goob.
Hell yeah. Man, I was sick like almost a month ago at this point. I'm still fucking coughing. I'm
Aw,
so tired of
dude.
it.
Sorry.
I mean, it's not anybody's fault. I'm just putting that out into the universe. Like, fucking
Yeah,
stop
I'm
making me
just
cough. Air, please. Lungs, work.
Are you a person who also like as soon as you start feeling better, you do a little bit too much?
Yeah,
Like more than
absolutely.
you probably should?
As soon as I start
Okay.
feeling better, I'm just like, oh my god, I have energy now. And then I like clean my whole apartment, exhaust myself, and then fucking die on my recliner.
Yeah. The body says no.
Yeah, exactly. Get my heart rate up a little bit too much. I start breathing a little faster than I was, and then cough for the next hour and a half.
Mm. I'm really excited for this. I like D100 systems.
They're fun.
Me too.
This is
I
a
think this would be
little
really
bit of a
fun.
weird one, but we'll be able to handle it. I
Mhm.
think.
I have faith.
I have faith. There is a solid chance I run things kind of wrong, and if I do, I will do my best to correct myself. I'm going to have this PDF open on the side. Felix has also loaned me a while ago a book that helps with Delta Green that I completely forgot I had. Found that, by the way. I will have that back to you. I'm going to take some notes from that and have that off to the side too. So I'm going to have as many resources as I can to make sure I run this as well as I possibly can. However, mistakes are going to happen. So if I do things wrong, please forgive me. This is a learning
No
process
worries.
for everybody. And Felix, please correct me if you notice something going afoul. Uh,
I will do my best, man. I haven't run this in so fucking long.
all good, but just if you notice something, you know.
Gotcha.
No worries to be like the person who knows all of it. Like you don't have to do any
Fair
research
enough.
beforehand. Just like if you catch something that like you know is wrong, shout it out.
I will do my best. Yes.
Much appreciated.
Matt, I don't think my guy has any. I don't think he has any armor because he's he's a PhD candidate. But I was wondering, my firearm is 50%. Could I have a 22 pistol?
A 22 pistol. You can have
Yeah.
like a higher caliber than that if you want, but yeah, you can have a
I
22.
mean, I feel like it would be a 22 just because I feel like anything larger would probably be like uncomfortable for him.
Sure. Are
He
you
probably
rocking a
wants
revolver or a pistol?
probably a pistol. A revolver, a 22
Okay.
revolver. That's what
Yeah.
he carries on him.
Sure.
It's reliable. I think one of his bonds is Laura, is a shooting range buddy and also his FBI contact because he is a
Okay.
contractor with the FBI.
FBI contact, that's a good note. You will probably be able to use her for some investigative stuff as
Probably.
a contact. That's another part of bonds that I love is you can use them during missions to help you out as long as you're secretive about it. Like, it's good shit.
Yes. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, you can absolutely have that. Yeah, I guess before the session, or I guess during the session, if you want to tell me what you have for firearms and weapons, I'd like to keep track of that because there's not much about it in this PDF, but I have found some information about how different guns and stuff work. Like you're gonna have to really hard sell if you want something automatic or if you want something that's restricted in America. That's not much, by the way, but some things. That you will have to convince me if you want to carry that.
America.
But yeah, right. Yeah, but you can like anybody can just walk in and buy a fucking AR, you know? So if you want to have one of those, you can. If you want a submachine gun, you're gonna have to tell me where the fuck you got it, why the fuck you have it, and why the fuck you're allowed to keep it.
Which I mean, there are we are working with a shady governmental agency. Like there are ways that we can get this shit.
If you don't have a gun at the start of recruitment day, a spoiler that will help you out right now mechanically, you will be offered a service weapon. It's not very strong.
Oh, cool.
It's not very expensive. It is very much just like here's the pistol we could afford. But you will have a firearm on you no matter what.
Okay.
Or unless you choose not to take it with you. There will be one firearm that will be offered that will have an upside over the regular pistol and also a downside. And I will explain that to you when we get there. But if you're planning on making your shots a little bit luck-based, then there will be one weapon available that you guys are going to have to fight over or just all decide you don't want.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm very intrigued now.
I am too. Scared.
You should be.
If I may say.
Also, you should be scared. The two things you should feel with Delta Green are intrigue and fear.
Well,
at least you're honest, bud.
Yeah. I will do my best to make you feel those things.
Thanks.
You're welcome. If any of you need therapy because of me, don't let me know. I don't need that on my conscience.
dang it.
Damn. Yeah, I was gonna blame you. No, actually, Matt's been really helpful with me in my own personal therapy journey that I can actually do now because I have insurance.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you, dude. And also always happy to help.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be fucking great. I'm so excited to I'm so excited to like learn the tricks of therapy so I can manipulate people better. Like that's my goal
That's why
going
I
into
go.
it.
Say that to
Yeah,
your therapist.
exactly.
You do small talk so you can learn information, and then you go to therapy so you can manipulate people.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Dual.
That's
Yes.
it.
That's
You figured life
that's why
out.
we do talk.
I
You guys
feel like
figured
somebody's
it
gonna
out.
take that out of context at some point. And
Yeah,
we'll
someone-
edit it.
somebody has
someone
clipped
clip it.
that for sure. One of
Hell
our
yeah.
7 viewers has clipped that.
One of my favorite rules in Delta Green is that you can go to therapy after missions to help like regain sanity.
Uh-huh.
But if you tell too much to the therapist, they have to roll on their own sanity, and you could drive your therapist insane.
You can, and I
Oh,
was
love
gonna
that.
have that happen as the introduction to that. But yeah, if you want to
Sorry
drive
if
your
I spoiled
therapist,
it, but
no, it's all good. Like it's whatever. It's not like a huge thing. If you want to like min max driving your therapist insane, that is a gameplay mechanic. If you want to do it, I will set an achievement. Actually, that's another homebrew thing. I completely fucking forgot to tell you guys. For this mini campaign, I have set achievements. You guys can
fun.
platinum this campaign if you want.
What?
So I'm not going to tell you what the achievements are, but when you get them, I'll let you know. There are only 5 of them, and one of them may or may not have to do with therapists. So
Oh boy.
is it like I get up and sit down in the therapy chair like 17 times during a session?
it could be. It could very well just be some Stanley Parable ass bullshit. Like,
I love that. There should be one. Hell yeah. Well, I'm super excited for this. I'm going to get going, but I sent off my sheets into the character creation.
yeah.
Matt, if you want to look over it or if you want to make any changes, I trust you. And we're starting next week. Is that when this is popping off?
Yep. Next week, same time, same place. We'll hop into the same Discord channel,
Cool.
and we will be live on this same set of websites.
I love that. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys have a good night. Matt, thank you for running this little introduction. And
Of
I'll
course.
see you guys next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
For the both of you, I'm still available for a little while, at least, if you have any questions or want to do any more.
I think I'm good. I made note of the tweaks to the character sheet, so I'll just
Okay.
send you the things that I changed on the
Yeah, sounds
remade
good.
one.
If you're doing a physical sheet, just like take a picture of it and send it my way too.
Oh,
Both
cool.
digital and physical are a-okay, as long as I have a digital copy of them in some form or another.
Okay.
I just need to be able to have it either on my tablet or on my second monitor so I can review it during gameplay.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Matt. I'm really excited about this.
Dude, me too. I am excited to finally run something that's not D&D. I love D&D. Don't get me wrong, but like this is my first time running another tabletop RPG. So
You're gonna do great.
I appreciate the confidence. I think I'm gonna get the base system down really well and then completely forget all of the superfluous stuff. And like, yeah, we'll learn it as we go.
As is tradition, as the
As is
prophecy
tradition.
foretold.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna forget that insight checks are a thing and make everybody roll investigation for a while. You know that type of shit. But yeah,
As you do.
as you do. New DM shit. Yeah. So
All right,
if,
y'all. I'm gonna hop off too.
okay, you have a great night. If you guys have any questions throughout the week, be sure to DM me. I might be available for call as well. To just like let me know when you want to talk, and I will let you know when I'm available to do. But I am here, and since I have this PDF on everything now, I should have the resources to be able to help you out.
Sounds good.
See you next week, y'all.
Have a good night.
Later.
All right, Roman. It's just you and me.
All right, Matt. Just you and me, huh? Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think I have everything done. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer to like a physical character sheet, so
Sounds
like
good.
to have the paper one in front of me. But that's it.
Cool. Hell yeah. In that case, chat, thank you so much for joining. The next episode of Fresh Rolls will be same time, same place. Next Sunday at 6 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. PST. And we will start the actual first episode of Delta Green. Get hyped. I'll see you next time.